Taking a look at the all-new Mazda CX-30. This is designed to slot between the Mazda CX-3 and the Mazda CX-5 in their lineup, so sort of between the subcompact, inexpensive category and the more mainstream compact category where we find the RAV4 and CR-V. The CX-30 is designed to be a premium entry in this segment, and you'll really see that on the inside and on the outside as we take a look around. So if you're looking at something like a Honda HR-V, but you want a little bit more style and a little bit more luxury, the CX-30 is going to be a great option for you. So how much will a CX-30 set you back? Well, pricing starts at $21,900, not including the destination fee. That is notably less expensive than the CX-5 and about $1,600 more than the Mazda CX-3. But the CX-30 really shines when it comes to standard equipment. The 8-inch infotainment system that we saw on the dashboard is standard on all models, as is the radar adaptive cruise control system, lane keeping assistance, driver monitoring, etc. But we also get an 8-speaker audio system, which I have to say was a little bit unexpected and definitely unusual for this segment. We also get the full LED headlamps, which you don't find even available in some of the competition. One of the goals of the CX-30 was to improve cargo practicality versus the CX-3, and we definitely find that back here, just over 20 cubic feet behind this hatch. Moving from the doors on over to the dashboard, you can see that the overall style is very similar to the Mazda 3 sedan and Mazda 3 hatchback, but oddly enough, the dashboard itself is not exactly the same. So the curves that are going on here are a little bit different than what we find in the sedan and the hatchback, but a lot of the components are the same. So we find the same 2-zone automatic climate control controls over here, the same infotainment system right there on top of the dashboard, very similar steering wheel, etc. A key design element for this generation of Mazda interiors seems to be this very strong horizontal line where we have things like the air vents and the infotainment system above it, and then we have more driving-oriented controls like the shifter below. In the center of the dashboard, we have Mazda's latest infotainment system. This is no longer a touchscreen like we found in the last generation Mazda products, and it's positioned a little bit further away from the driver to really reinforce that. It's controlled only via a touch wheel controller in the center of the dashboard, very similar to what we see in BMW or some Audi models. The overall software design is reminiscent of the last generation product, but there are definitely some changes, so it is a little bit easier to interact with, a little bit more intuitive as well. Mazda tells us that the positioning of this system higher up on the dashboard is a little bit safer for drivers because your glance distance between here and something out on the road is definitely a little bit shorter. Under the hood in America, we find just one engine. And in a surprising move, this is the same 4-cylinder engine that we find in the Mazda 3 sedan and hatchback. It's a 2.5-liter engine. It produces 186 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. What's surprising about that is that the average subcompact crossover in America produces significantly less power than this engine, and Mazda could have used one of their 2-liter engines from another vehicle. This engine is mated only to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and you have the choice of front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Fuel economy comes in at 28 miles per gallon if you choose the front-wheel drive version. It goes down to 26 if you choose the all-wheel drive model.